Stay with us now. Today in St. Louis at 6 a.m. starts right now. We have dramatic video of an overnight fire that destroyed a home here in Cahokia Heights. We will show you firefighters on the scene overnight shortly after 1 a.m. here on Cooper Drive. A shocking shooting.
St. Charles is not immune to violent crime, as evidenced by this incident.
A 15-year-old girl killed in an attempted robbery. What police need this morning from nearby neighbors.
A few clouds this morning, but a really nice President's Day on the way. We do have rain that develops midweek. We'll show you the timing and the threat if any severe weather exists.
St. Louis County drivers, you may have to find an alternate route for your morning commute today. MoDOT crews will be working on this bridge right behind me. I'll give you all the details.
What this unit will do is it's going to put it into communities that may not otherwise have easy access.
Preventing overdose deaths in St. Louis, the new clinic bringing resources into the most affected communities.
The importance of preserving history and culture and then passing that on.
Black Missourians overcoming unimaginable odds. A look inside one of the Midwest's most unique museums located right here in St. Louis.
This is Today in St. Louis, focused on you.
We are focused right now on a live look at St. Louis. I believe this is downtown St. Louis from the other side of the river. This is from the Worldwide Technology Raceway, and it's over there in Madison, Illinois. It is February the 20th, President's Day. How about that? It's also a Monday. Thank you so much for joining us for Today in St. Louis at 6 a.m. I'm Rennie Knott.
And I'm Michelle Lee. Of course, we want to say thank you for joining us, including those who might be watching us on 5+ in your robe and your coffee because you don't have to work today.
Yeah.
You're just like watching like this. Oh, it's nice.
If you don't work today, I don't think they're up at 6 o'clock if I'm not working.
Yeah.
Really?
Well,
As a
I'm sitting a
parent?
little later if I can.
I don't know. I've been waking up.
Right on the cusp.
I'm
Yeah.
doing this shit. I'm waking up at like 6:30,
Yeah.
you know, just by default. I didn't mean I wake up, but I can flip the TV on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's where we are.
Well, I'd say after,
welcome.
after the sun comes up in my house, I start to hear any noise, back in that bed. I don't see no sun. We're getting some more rest.
Dad, I'm hungry.
Oh my goodness, yeah, I know. Pancakes, French toast, that kind of day. It's going to be a nice one weather-wise. We'll have sunshine around the day ahead, and that means above average temperatures once again. So just like yesterday, our weather first forecast is a really nice one for today. So whether you're headed out now or later, just grab the shades. It'll be nice. We have some rain that's clearing away from the area. That moved through. This was a quick hit of rain between about 2 and 4 o'clock this morning. It's out of here. There's an area of low pressure we're keeping an eye on to our north. This will bring in slightly cooler weather. Tomorrow will fall into the 50s, but still decent for this time of year. So no more rain. The rest of the day is dry sunshine. Today, temperatures climbing into the mid 60s, so do enjoy that. We will talk about some rain for the middle of the week when I see you guys in just a little bit. Michelle and Rennie.
All right, thanks so much, Anthony. New this morning, a Metro East family lost everything in a massive fire overnight.
Our Alex Fees is live for us this morning in Cahokia Heights. And Alex, what have you been able to learn about this fire? Rennie, Michelle, good morning. We are live here on Cooper Drive this morning. I'm going to step out of the way and we'll give you a live look at what is left of this home here. You can see damage is extensive. 5 on your side has video of fire crews on the scene battling the blaze. Check it out. You can see flames engulf the home on Cooper Drive in Cahokia Heights overnight. Again, this happened just after 1 a.m. Departments on the scene include Cahokia Heights Police, along with firefighters from Golden Garden, Prairie DuPont, and Columbia Fire Departments. It was an emotional scene. A neighbor tells us 2 people own the home and were able to get out. We are working to learn anything about whether anyone was injured and what investigators know about a potential cause. Now, this has been an ongoing issue in Cahokia Heights recently. Firefighters here responded to a fire last week, and there was one earlier this month. We'll have those details for you coming up in the 6:30 hour. Live this morning at Cahokia Heights, Alex Fees, 5 on your side.
Thank you, Alex. One person is seriously hurt this morning after another house fire. This one happened in South City on Montana Street around 2 o'clock this morning. Firefighters say it started in the kitchen. We're told there was moderate damage to that house.
This morning, a community mourns the loss of a 15-year-old girl shot and killed in an attempted robbery. It happened just before 9 o'clock on Saturday night. St. Charles police say she was in the car with a teenage boy
when two men that they were meeting tried to rob them. The men started shooting, hitting the girl in her torso. Investigators say violent crime is unusual in this St. Charles neighborhood.
St. Charles is not immune to violent crime, as evidenced by this incident. It disturbs us that it happens here. We're parents ourselves. We live in this community, and we are going to be relentless in our pursuit to identify the people responsible, arrest them, and see that they're prosecuted.
This morning, police are looking for the two suspects and ask anyone with surveillance video near Oak and Prairie to send it to them as soon as possible. The detective's number is right there on your screen.
This morning, a 16-year-old girl is recovering after getting hit by a car in downtown St. Louis. It happened late Saturday at the intersection of St. Charles and 11th. Police say a gray Audi didn't yield and slammed into a car before hitting the girl and another car. The driver of that Audi was arrested. We are told the girl has severe leg injuries, but no one else was seriously hurt. This morning, 4 people are recovering after a shooting inside and outside of a nightclub downtown. It happened Saturday night at Bismarck The Spot, near Tucker and Locust. One of the 4 is critically hurt. This morning, police are still looking for the shooter.
This morning, drivers in St. Louis County should plan for a slow day.
A lane closure will impact your trip home from work today. Our Sydney Stallworth is live at Lewis Road and I-44 with more on the work crews will be doing there in just a few hours. Sydney.
Hey, Michelle, Rennie, that's exactly right. If you take a look behind me, the barricades are already set to the side here on Lewis Road, and in just a couple of hours, they'll be going up in one of the lanes. Now, MoDOT crews will be working out here on the I-44 bridge that's right here behind me after the morning rush. So that means this morning is your last chance for a while to use this stretch of Lewis Road without detouring or planning ahead for more traffic. Now, one lane is going to be closed here on Lewis Road under I-44 between Bussin Quarry Road and the North Alva Road. Now, it's all to do some preventative maintenance on the interstate bridge over the roadway. Another lane under the bridge will stay open though, so MoDOT will be putting up a temporary signal to direct traffic between Bussin Quarry and North Alva Road like I just mentioned. So drivers, you're probably wondering what you need to do about this. As an alternate route, you can get onto I-44 using Bussin Quarry Road and Beaumont Antire Road to get on in both directions. Now, this one-lane closure is expected to last for a while. It won't reopen until late March. I'm pretty sure after this, we're going to go ahead and check in with Gary to see how the roads are looking everywhere else. Gary?
Yeah, good morning, Sydney. We're in pretty good shape so far at this hour. The only thing we're updating you are on some of these projects. We look at 64 in Lindbergh, and for a couple of reasons. One, it's quiet. 2, it's the closest camera I can find to one of those things that is being done. Right now, there's one incident on 55 that is supposedly not clear till about noon, but otherwise, West County, we're in pretty good shape. And I want to bring you back to that 64 in Lindbergh because Lindbergh and Ladue, there's some utility work, so they're going to close one section of that here today, and that's going to be going through July. So that's something to note. Otherwise, as we zoom out just a little further south on 55, it's quiet at this hour. And Anthony, obviously, weather-wise, it's really nice again. It's warm. It's, I'm not even showing your seat warmer index. I don't even.
Zero.
It's a zero.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Don't need that heat, at least, especially in the afternoon hours. Numbers this morning in the 30s and 40s, so depending on how fast you do cool off as you step out the door, I just think you could be okay with a coat or a jacket. We have a cold front that slipped through overnight. That's really not going to affect us. It brought a few showers, but through the daytime hours, we will see sunshine. This cold front that's coming in from the north, it's going to miss us, but notice how very close it gets to us overnight. So there will be temperatures tomorrow morning that'll be slightly cooler. On Wednesday, our wind shift out of the south. This will bring in rain, but also warmer temperatures. So we go up near 70 on Wednesday, but that does come with some spring-like thunderstorms once again. We'll talk about if there's any severe weather we have to watch out for when I see you guys in just a few minutes.
All right, Anthony.